I was never afraid before you showed up.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for budget-friendly TV episodes that made the most creative, compelling use of as few locations and characters as possible.
Somebody very important to me died.
Number 20, Episode 3, Adolescence. Director Philip Barantini's extended tracking shots pack claustrophobia into every episode of Adolescence.
Oh, you got your colour back. You can't have been that ill.
It's a good voice.
No.
Do you see your grandparents much?
Well, not recently, no.
No, I meant before all this.
Yeah, a bit. My dad's side. My dad's mum and dad's mum didn't get on with us.
That especially goes for the Netflix serial's third episode, in which Bryony Ariston interviews 13-year-old alleged murderer Jamie Miller. It's almost an hour of the forensic psychologist walking between a youth detention facility's interrogation room and the adjacent security station to contemplate what she's witnessing.
I know you think I'm trying to trick you.
I said that ages ago.
I am just here to get an understanding of your understanding.
And I understand that you need to have an understanding of my understanding.
A child who showed so much distress over terrible accusations is finally revealing his violent misogyny to a woman of authority. The simmering suspense in this powerfully acted conversation, again captured in one continuous shot, epitomizes what makes Adolescence such a distinguished thriller. It's hard to watch, but the dramatic craft and importance make it impossible to look away.
Don't you dare!
Hey!
Don't even let me be!
Jamie, come on, man, please. Okay?
Number 19, Out of Gas, Firefly.
I'm getting a little weary of this attitude wash.
Are you? Well, I'm so very sorry, sir. I guess the news that we're all going to be purple and bloated and fetal in a few hours has made me a little snippy.
Maybe it's not too shocking that Fox canceled Firefly when the cult sci-fi epic even milked what should have been its most minimalist episode. Out of Gas finds the crew of Serenity stranded in space and at the mercy of marauders after the ship breaks down. The tension is broken only by flashbacks to both the main plot's lead-in and each main character's first time boarding Serenity.
You paid money for this, sir? On purpose?
Wow. Come on, seriously, Zoe, what do you think?
Honestly, sir, I think you got robbed.
Robbed? What? What do you mean?
It's within those confines that the episode experiments with setting, timeline, and development of our heroes' relationships with each other and their headquarters.
I'm not leaving Serenity.
Well, you don't have to die alone.
It also never loses the tight, action-packed suspense in their current crisis, so maybe the brilliance of Out of Gas actually illustrates the tragedy of Firefly's cancellation.
I thought I ordered you all off the ship. I call you back? No, Mal, you didn't.
I take full responsibility, Cap.
Number 18, My Coffee with Niles, Frasier.
Take a left, then the second right, then a left again. Okay, goodbye, sweetheart.
Maris lost again?
Yes, she wandered into the kitchen by mistake. I had to talk her back to the living room.
It wasn't until the season 1 finale that a sitcom about two therapists paired them for a therapy session. Even then, it's an impromptu development over Frasier and Niles Crane's regular coffee break at Cafe Nervosa. My Coffee with Niles focuses on the brothers and their father, Martin, as they contemplate their happiness since Frasier moved back to Seattle.
Are you happy? You hear the question?
Yes, I'm thinking. Exceedingly complex question.
This strictly dialogue-driven format, played out in real time, puts into perspective the nuances of the Crane family going into Frasier's sophomore season. Never mind the sitcom's unique ability to score laughs with witty banter alone. Would you rather CBS save money by reviewing the season with a clip show?
You'd like to stay with Maris, but you'd like to have an affair with Daphne.
Yes. Can I do that?
No, you can't.
As rewarding as this risky finale was, audiences were clearly already hooked on Frasier.
Frasier, as always, I've enjoyed getting together with you for coffee.
What do you guys talk about all the time?
Oh, you know, sports, chicks, monster truck rallies.
Okay, don't tell me.
Number 17, Ice, The XFiles. Fox would naturally want to save money where possible with the blockbuster sci-fi series The X-Files. With all its great bottle episodes, Season 1's Ice solidified the standard.
That's what they were drilling for.
250,000 years melting away in a couple of days.
Agents Mulder and Scully quickly solve the case of a massacre at an Alaskan research outpost, then find themselves dealing with extraterrestrial parasites. It's not exactly the Thing, but the special effects went over budget to get under your skin, figuratively speaking.
An individual worm will not tolerate another invading its host. It does to the invader what it did to humans.
The otherwise minimalist production doesn't just milk the suspense. Ice was a seminal episode for setting up the full scale of the show's spacey mythology and the complicated relationship between the leads. What was meant to be a standalone chiller made smartly crafted bottle episodes a staple on the X-Files.
There won't be any left! They're all gonna be dead! Do it!
Number 16. Long Time. The Last of Us.
Are you hurt?
It's just a bruise.
It's not long into HBO's The Last of Us before focus shifts from Joel and Ellie. As they approach the home of Joel's friends, Bill and Frank, the couple's 20-year relationship is chronicled over the course of Long Time.
I've done everything I know to try and make you mine.
It all takes place in a house fortified for the apocalypse, but built into a home. Despite still ending in tragedy, the episode drastically departs from the original video game's bleak take on Bill's backstory. Audiences praise the complex and moving romance, irrespective of the character's orientation, as well as Merle Bartlett and Nick Offerman's incredible performances.
We'll get you warmed up.
Bill will not join the main adventure like he did in the game. Nevertheless, Long Time crucially affirms the beauty of humanity in desperate times.
I'm old. I'm satisfied. And you were my purpose.
Number 15. Leslie and Ron, Parks and Recreation.
Guys, this is insane, okay? Let us out! Oh my god, babe! Game of Thrones is on tonight. It's the series finale. Khaleesi is marrying Jack Sparrow.
Nick Offerman may be a great partner for the apocalypse, but Ron Swanson and Leslie Knope have never matched.
I would rather bleed out than sit here and talk about my feelings for 10 hours.
After tensions come to a head in William Henry Harrison, the duo are locked in Pawnee's Parks and Rec office throughout the follow-up episode. This gives them the opportunity to discuss the root of their conflict.
Like to talk about.
Oh, come on, Ron. We were friends for 10 years.
We were work proximity associates.
We were friends, and now we're not. And once again, it is up to me to save our friendship. And I will do so using the most powerful tool known to man, a well-organized chart.
It's a crucial time to reflect on Leslie and Ron's characterization, to say nothing of their hilarious banter. Michael Schur wrote the episode specifically to showcase this and the acting range of Offerman and Amy Poehler.
You made a key? Ron, please don't. Come on, Ron. Ron, just talk to me. Ron, come on.
See you tomorrow morning.
The project was a rousing success. Leslie and Ron will become regarded as one of the most significant episodes of Parks and Recreation, especially for the best of frenemies. Number 14, The Box, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Peralta, do you know what I miss most about being a detective? A good interrogation, breaking suspects down, talking quietly and then talking real loud.
Sterling K. Brown can captivate even in a sitcom. Thus, all other Brooklyn Nine-Nine characters stand down when Detective Jake Peralta and Captain Holt interrogate the guest star as a murder suspect.
7 p.m. Talk with Philip about...
Missing meds. Ooh, did I get that right?
Yeah.
The Box is a loving parody of a bottle episode of Homicide: Life on the Street, which also starred Andre Braugher. But as funny as the power plays between the detectives and their suspect get to be, there's tension in the standoff.
No, I'm playing hardball, except for that the balls are questions. And here they come. What kind of car did Robert drive? Also, Dana from the bar, what color was her hair? And which night does the cleaning crew sterilize your office? And have you ever been up to where the body was found? And when you left your phone at the office, was it plugged into your computer or an outlet? And did you kill him? And what did your cab driver look like?
This seems like a huge waste of time.
The show's unique comic timing and character dynamics are naturally at their most refined in this play on the dialogue-driven thrills of prestige cop dramas. Brown may have been nominated for an Emmy, but The Box was wholly praised for its arresting methods.
Let's get all up in his personal space. Make him feel uncomfortable.
Number 13, Duet, Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
I haven't done anything.
Then why did you run?
I'm trying to get away from this Bajoran fanatic.
Bottle episodes were partly popularized by the Star Trek episode The Naked Time.
If a man was supposed to fly, he'd have wings.
If he was supposed to be out in space, he wouldn't need air to breathe.
This formula has since been utilized throughout the franchise to save on special effects budgets, but Deep Space Nine makes the most of it when the ship accepts a possible Cardassian war criminal.
Our doctor confirmed you do have Kellinar, which means you were at Galatep. If your lies are going to be this transparent, it's going to be a very short interrogation.
Well, in that case, I'll try to make my lies more opaque.
Duet is driven by standoffs and inquiries that are as tense as any action sequence. Besides confronting our heroes about whether the show's main villain race is inherently villainous, the episode also raises questions of redemption and legitimate justice. This epitomizes the particular edge that DS9 had over other Star Trek series. Duet is thus acclaimed as one of the most essential episodes of the show, if not the overall franchise.
Why are you pretending to be Gul Darheel?
Why don't you ask me something intelligent? As for instance, how did I feel when we were withdrawing from Bajor? The answer is I was furious.
Number 12, 17 People, The West Wing.
Toby, nobody, and particularly not Hoynes, would be naive enough. What I mean to say is if he's going to New Hampshire for the reason you're thinking, he would mask it with something.
As ingeniously as The West Wing captures the scope of the US presidency in a few settings, 17 People brings it back to the core cast. While his staff spends the night punching up a speech, President Bartlett assesses his options after informing aide Toby Ziegler of his multiple sclerosis.
My vision would be blurry sometimes and I'd get dizzy. During an eye exam, the doctor detected abnormal pupil responses and ordered an MRI. The radiologist found plaque on my brain and spine. I have a relapsing remitting course of MS.
Never has the White House felt so small. Aaron Sorkin's script cleverly contrasts the craft of a leader's personable image with the ethics in keeping compromising secrets from the public. In 2014, designer John White launched a whole website dedicated to analyzing the complexities of this one episode. It's no secret that in an increasingly important portrait of the people behind a system, 17 People stands out.
I have no intention of apologizing to you, Toby.
Would you mind if I ask why not?
Because you're not the one with MS, a wife, 3 kids, and airports to close.
Number 11, The Conversation, Mad About You.
This is it.
Really?
Honey, Mabel has to learn to go to sleep on her own without us there rocking her and holding her and stuff.
But already? Does she have to do it already?
Well, we can wait till she's a teenager, but it's going to be much tougher on our backs.
Marriage was all laughs for Paul and Jamie Buckman until Mad About You introduced Mabel in season 6. But it wasn't until the 9th episode that they got their wake-up call by letting the baby cry to sleep.
Please don't make it up to me.
It's one night of bad for, I think a lifetime of good.
And you really believe that in your guts?
With all my guts.
The Conversation follows this ordeal in real time and was shot in a single take outside of an apartment bedroom. The 20-minute bit initially confused and annoyed some critics, especially as it first aired without commercial breaks.
Good. You know what? I'm going in there.
No, Paul! We're gonna undo all the good that we've already done.
Where is there good? Show me the good. She's crying. I'm going out of my mind and we're gonna kill each other. So where is there good? Piece of cake. Okay.
The episode was otherwise praised for its relatable humor and poignant discussions about parenthood. Certainly, actors Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt were always commended. Now audiences are mad about The Conversation as a triumph for both the sitcom and wider bottle storytelling.
Listen to that.
Oh my God.
She's sleeping. She fell asleep.
It's over.
We did it. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that was not bad. That was great.
Number 10, Midnight, Doctor Who.
We seem to have had a failure of the entertainment system.
Oh.
What do we do?
We've got 4 hours of this. 4 hours of just sitting here. I'll tell you what. We'll have to talk to each other instead.
The David Tennant era of Doctor Who was full of spectacle, yet one of its most thrilling episodes was one of its most claustrophobic. Midnight finds the Doctor enjoying a tour on the titular resort planet when his shuttle is hijacked by some mysterious, malicious entity. His companion, Donna Noble, makes only a brief appearance in this episode. The more conspicuous absence, however, is a visual of whatever it is attacking the shuttle.
It's moving.
It's trying the door!
While this was obviously meant to save on production costs, the episode mounts such gripping suspense on the Doctor's wits and the dynamics of his terrified fellow passengers. Fans now consider Midnight to be one of the prime examples of Doctor Who's adaptability beyond the sci-fi fun.
Bang! Rose Tyler, Martha Jones, Donna Noble, TARDIS.
Number 9. Char D. McDennis, The Game of Games. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
You want a game that lulls you into a sense of security, but surprises you with constant rule changes? Then you want the Game of Games.
We always win.
They always lose.
This always experimental hangout sitcom has many bottle episodes, usually set in the gang's crummy bar. But Char D. McDennis, The Game of Games, especially exemplifies both the format and Always Sunny's creative comedy. The episode is titled for an elaborate board game that the gang play one particularly slow night at Patty's Pub. As nonsensical as the rules are already, the characters' shameless quirks are on full display.
Now, this is Mac and Charlie's flag, which, as you can see, is fairly badly burned. Not only does the winner get to stomp the loser's game pieces, but they also get to burn their flag up.
The writing, on the other hand, stays in full control as the game gets more hysterically chaotic. Initially perplexed reviews warmed as the episode and titular game became iconic among fans. This inspired Char D. McDennis 2, Electric Boogaloo a few seasons later, but the original effectively beats the competition.
You have to withstand 1 full minute of intense berating.
Okay, that said lights on. He's ready. Lights on, he said. Lights on.
But it's not gonna be from us.
Nope, not from us. It's from her. Oh, you're holding my hair.
Number 8. Teddy Perkins, Atlanta.
Hello? I'm here for the little pic.
Who's that, Mr. Wonder?
Anticipating an episode of Atlanta is like anticipating someone you meet through an ad. Darius Ebbs learns that the hard way when he visits the decrepit mansion of a music legend to get his piano, only to be trapped in a surreal conversation with ghoulish caretaker Teddy Perkins.
The disease is very advanced, and he doesn't like people seeing him that way. It's a very hard thing.
Yeah. I can imagine.
No, you can't! You have no idea!
Writer and actor Donald Glover went full method with this cross between Norman Bates and Michael Jackson. The King of Pop's transformations were bizarre and often disturbing, but also tragic. So while Teddy Perkins is full of subversive moments that fit a killer thriller as much as a dark comedy, it leaves you with much to think about.
My father used to say, great things come from great pain.
While that's a familiar tune with the Atlanta crew, the way Darius' spin-off makes you feel is indescribable.
Hey, man. Chill.
Congratulations.
For what?
I choose you.
Number 7. 407 Proxy Authentication Required, Mr. Robot.
Truth is, I'm a little confused. You came looking for me 2 months ago. Why'd you wait until today to make your move?
Little of the drama that Mr. Robot builds behind a keyboard measures up to Elliot Alderson's Christmas with Fernando Vera. The gangster returns to hold Elliot's therapist hostage and negotiate building a criminal empire with the hacker.
But you let her go and then we'll talk. Remember what I said, anything happens to her, don't touch her!
This standoff leads to an impromptu therapy session, which reveals the repressed childhood trauma behind Elliot's mental illness. Who'd have pegged one of the show's campiest villains as the catalyst for such a significant breakthrough in its central character study? As Proxy Authentication Required premiered without commercials, it must be special.
You don't got it in you.
I got your bullets, bitch.
The episode was hugely acclaimed for its stage drama aesthetic and complexity, delaying the final season's main narrative for pure emotional resonance. If Mr. Robot is already a hidden gem, its most claustrophobic episode especially shines.
True self? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is!
That's because you're still holding in all the anger and sadness.
Number 6. The one where no one's ready. Friends.
Why aren't you guys dressed?
We have a half hour.
No, 4 minutes ago you had a half hour. We have to be out the door at 20 to 8.
Relax, Ross. We'll be ready. It only takes us 2 minutes to get dressed.
But you know, I'd feel a whole lot better if you got dressed now.
Okay.
Does it seem like Ross Geller's friends don't care about his work in paleontology? It sure looks that way when they take their time getting dressed up for an important event at the museum.
You guys, does this look like something the girlfriend of a paleontologist would wear?
I don't know. You might be the first one.
The one where no one's ready follows the chaos around this process in real time. From Monica's paranoia about an ex-boyfriend to Joey and Chandler's feud over a chair and clothes.
The cushions are the essence of the chair.
It boasts some of Friends' most iconic gags. The episode aimed to tighten Season 3's budget by focusing only on the core cast and Monica's apartment. Though it ironically turned out to be an especially difficult production, its popularity made bottle episodes a tradition on Friends. Even now, though, no one's ready for how fun the first one is.
You look... wow.
And I still have about 5 seconds to spare. Oh.
Number 5. The Suitcase. Mad Men.
You're in a white studio, like in some limbo. There's 2 no-name football players holding an American Tourister and a Skyway, going against Mr. Joe Namath, and his defender, a sexy girl holding a Samsonite.
With the rest of the office catching the historic Allie Liston rematch, Don Draper and Peggy Olson spend the night concocting a campaign for Samsonite suitcases. Little does Peggy realize, the lonely Don just wants to put off making a painful phone call.
Everything to you is an opportunity. And you should be thanking me every morning when you wake up, along with Jesus, for giving you another day.
This is where Mad Men really shows the hard work behind the advertising industry's glamorous promotion. More importantly, it shows the full brilliance of TV storytelling driven by the characters. The Suitcase was hailed as the peak of dramatic writing, symbolism, and acting.
Men don't exactly stop and stare in the streets.
Do you want that?
It's not what you were supposed to say.
What do you care what I think?
Everybody thinks I slept with you to get the job.
It's widely considered one of the best episodes of one of the best shows of its era. It also incredibly fell halfway through Mad Men's 92-episode run, though Don and Peggy's all-nighter immediately pays off.
I never thought. I'm so sorry. You know what? I don't know why I was with him. It was a confusing time.
Stop. You don't have to explain.
Number 4. The Chinese Restaurant. Seinfeld. Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld could capture the hassle of New York City from the smallest settings. The most memorable is the lobby of a Chinese restaurant, where Jerry and his friends plan to catch dinner before a movie.
Where is someone? I'm starving.
I think this is him right here.
Oh. Is there a table ready?
How many?
How many?
Is Tatiana coming?
Well, I don't know. I have to call her, tell her where we are. Very lucky she's even considering seeing me at all.
Really? I thought things were going okay.
They instead spend the evening waiting for a table. Progressing in real time, it's a situation comedy with no real situation. The Chinese Restaurant sums up the concept of a show about nothing, save for impeccable dialogue and colorful characterization over a relatable farce.
Who is that woman in the stripes?
I don't know her.
She looks so familiar.
No, it's not fair that people are seated first come, first served. It should be based on who's hungriest.
Many cite this episode as the moment when Seinfeld achieved greatness beyond its genre. There's more debate about whether the parking garage used the bottle episode format more creatively. The Chinese Restaurant was just first up to revolutionize the formula.
If there's anything you can do to get us a table, we'd really appreciate it.
Oh, what is your name?
No, I want to eat now.
Yes, whole sea bass dinner tonight. Very fresh.
Here, take this. I'm starving.
Number 3. Cooperative Calligraphy. Community.
I'm sorry, but I need to know who took my pen. Sorry, I don't see it.
The meta sitcom Community did bottle episodes as ingeniously as it did every other trope. The leads couldn't play a board game in remedial chaos theory without it setting up deep metaphysics and a long-term story arc.
What if a ghost took the pen?
Please forgive him.
For what?
For stealing the pen, dummy.
Why would I take her pen? I don't even like having my own. It's probably under one of Pierce's casts. He uses everything to itch his legs.
We're on our third DVD remote.
So of course, Cooperative Calligraphy did its homework on its format. Pop culture enthusiast Abed can always be trusted to point out the cliches when a meeting for a diorama project turns into arguments over a missing pen.
Okay. Sarcasm over. You're last up, Shirley. Dump your comedically huge bag and end this.
The heated, hilarious exchanges also lead to crucial revelations that develop the characters and their relationships. Fans have since called the episode a highlight in Community's daring formula. Certainly, Cooperative Calligraphy understood the assignment in both spoofing the bottle episode and exemplifying its strengths.
Why not just a ghost took the pen?
Okay, I've been saying that for hours.
And we should have been listening to Troy from the beginning. Guys, look in your hearts and answer this question honestly. What's more likely? That someone in this group doesn't belong in this group, or ghosts?
Number 2, Fly. Breaking Bad. Walter White and Jesse Pinkman have to put down some formidable enemies to survive the drug trade, including a housefly. In Season 3, Walt is so paranoid about contaminating the product for the ruthless Gus Fring that he and Jesse spend the whole episode trying to exterminate a tiny lab intruder.
I've turned the ventilation up to keep the outside out.
Some Breaking Bad fans have expressed frustration with this premise and its departure from the central narrative. In fact, Fly is a crucial exploration of Walter's layered relationship with organized crime and his less scrupulous partner. Never mind the show's mastery of building suspense with even the simplest set pieces.
I had to have enough to leave them. That was the whole point. None of this makes any sense if I didn't have enough. But it had to be before she found out.
Now, most recognize Fly as perhaps the singular feat in Breaking Bad's writing, directing, and acting masterclass.
He's not coming down.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, 3 Men and Adena. Homicide, Life on the Street.
Butchered an 11-year-old girl.
Maybe.
Let's go. You know the way.
NBC's gritty Homicide, Life on the Street was never the typical case of the week procedural, but 3 Men and Adena altered the very idea of TV drama by working a case entirely in an interrogation room.
Was she sitting on a chair? Was she sitting on the floor? On the couch? Couch. And where were you sitting? Were you sitting anywhere near her, maybe? Next to her on the couch? I don't remember. You remember where she was, but you don't remember where you were. You remember where you sit in your house? We're not here about where I sit.
There, detectives Bayliss and Pembleton take one last shot at extracting a confession for a man accused of murdering a child. The standoff is made more suspenseful by additional interrogations of ethics, race, and other complex dilemmas in policing.
Do you know what you've been saying more than anything else tonight? What one phrase you've been repeating?
I didn't kill her.
No, that's not it. I don't remember. You said I don't remember 100 times in the last 8 hours. I don't remember.
This is when Homicide first fully explores the moral ambiguities and failures of its supposed heroes. It was also a worthy final performance for legendary stage actor Moses Gunn. Years after scoring an Emmy for writing, many still consider 3 Men and Adena the standard for bottle storytelling in a nutshell.
Did you kill Adena Watson? No.
Just start talking. Just say whatever comes into your mind.
What are some other captivating bottle episodes? Join the dialogue in the comments.
Well, I've read about genies, but I never thought they really... It's like something out of the Arabian Nights.
شكلك مثل سموي دليري خليفة.